Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll talk about why I cancelled my Warhammer Plus subscription and what I intend to do with the money. Thanks to Cavman for reminding me about this video. I almost forgot to get this one out, but basically I'm going to go through a review of Warhammer Plus and just talk about why I decided to cancel the subscription and then what I'm going to do with the money instead. So I cancelled the subscription, nice and easy, and just went on the website, followed the steps, and it's done in just a few clicks. So no problems there, really easy to cancel. I've already made a video all about Warhammer Plus, so if you want to check that out, that's up on the channel, because it still might be something you're interested in. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you won't. But in this video, I'll go through all the different elements of it and just talk about what appealed to me the most and what I did like, what I didn't like. So I paid the $4.99 per month subscription, or you can go annually for $49.99 and then you save 2 of those months on the full price. And when I joined, you also got a voucher for £10, and then after so many months, I think it's up to a year after that first year, you do get an exclusive model as well. So you get to choose between 2 models and you can see them here. So you either get the Orruk or the Assassin. So you've got 2 options to go for, and yeah, you'll get those after being part of the subscription for that full year. I think if I remember rightly, there's something where you can get it a little bit earlier if you've got the Warhammer 40k subscription for the app. I think I'll have to check on that. But either way, you get these apps included in this price as well. So that could make it good value if you use the Age of Sigmar app and the Warhammer 40,000 app. But I don't, so straight away, that was one negative for me. The Warhammer Plus was really pushing this idea of some great animations and cartoons, and these are something I was never really into. I watched 1 or 2 of them, but I didn't really like them that much, and I'm not really bothered about this, so there was another reason for me not to keep going with this subscription. But if you like the animations, then you might enjoy it, and it might be worth paying that money. But for me, I didn't see the value in that. I didn't watch it, so it was no point. Really looking forward to these weekly shows, and I thought there'd be one of each every week, a battle report, lore masters, and a masterclass, but it didn't turn out like that. It ended up being maybe every other week you'd see a battle report. Lore masters started a little bit later than the subscription started, and I was looking forward to lore masters, but I just found it a bit boring. I think there's so many alternatives out there that you could watch that are a lot more entertaining, and so lore masters certainly wasn't for me. I started listening to the podcast for Adeptus Ridiculous and found that a lot more entertaining. It's really funny, really fun to listen to. You still learn the lore, but in a real fun way. So that had a definite appeal to me above Lore Masters, and it's free on YouTube and Spotify too. My favourite part of the subscription, and something I really enjoyed, was the battle reports. And I think these were really well done. There were some good explanations. Once you've read the rules and then watched the battle report, it's a really good way to secure what you've learned. The miniatures were fantastic, the terrain was great, and I think they were really well paced. So I could certainly recommend the battle reports. I think they're some of the best out there. Really well done. They're really calm, and the camera angles are very good. It explains exactly what they're doing, why they're doing it, and how it fits in even to the narrative. So I really enjoyed the battle reports. So that was great. And if they did those more often and across all the different games, I think that would be brilliant. But to be fair, for such a huge company, I think this is something they should be doing on YouTube anyway. I think they could definitely use this as a great marketing tool. I think people would really appreciate to be able to go and watch something of this quality for free. And I think that should be expected from such a big company. The Vault is something I thought I'd be using a lot too. Having those back issues of the White Dwarf, as I've only recently started collecting those, I thought that would be something I'd really look at. And I haven't even got in there. I've gone in there maybe once or twice at the beginning, but since then I haven't even bothered to look. I think there's loads of content coming out, and with new issues of the magazine, there's plenty to keep on top of. The Citadel Colour Masterclass videos are quite good. So these are pretty in-depth, well detailed, again well paced, great explanations, and I think these are done well. But the frequency of them is not enough for me, I think, to warrant paying this. There's so many painters, awesome painters on YouTube that you could watch and join their Patreon even to get more behind the scenes, more in-depth content. But personally, I like watching the painting coach. He's really gets stuck into painting, takes you through the whole process, no nonsense, no fluff, just right into it. Pete the Wargamer is excellent for doing all the conversions. and his raptor kill teams are so good, really brilliant. Of painters I came across when I first started the hobby last year. One of them is Collective SG, some great techniques. Does all different styles with airbrush and contrast. I really like how he uses those. 52 miniatures is really cool as well. Lots of nice techniques and some good explanations that I really like. Then you've got Artist Opus, great for dry brushing. I watch this for different dry brushing techniques. I think this is a good place to pick up some great tips. I also discovered the Putrid Painter, who's got some great contrast techniques going on. So there's another good channel if you like that style. And again, going right through the whole process with no nonsense. And finally, I really like T&G Productions. This is where I first watched my first ever contrast painting video. So I really like this channel and can recommend it. Not a lot of painting videos, but the ones on here are excellent. And if you like the style that I paint in and the contrast paints, I can certainly recommend checking out that channel too. That's just some of my top picks, the ones I enjoy watching. But if you'd like to add your favourite painters in the description below, that'd be awesome too. Let's share some other YouTubers and let everyone see who you like. And maybe we can all discover some new painters and pick up some new tips, which I think will be great. But going back to Warhammer Plus, the website has got loads of things on there that it includes, and it really does bulk it out. It sounds like you're getting quite a lot. At first there wasn't an awful lot on there, and that was to be expected. It was a new subscription, and I think if you came back to this after a year or two, it's going to be packed and probably a better time to join for sure, rather than joining from the beginning. And I think with a big company like this, you do expect a lot more from the start. Going with a individual creator, an independent games company, you could kind of expect it not to be as much. But for someone as big as Games Workshop, who've been doing this for such a long time, I would have expected a lot more content right from the outset. And I think it was really marketed in a way where we did expect a lot more than we saw. And at first it was quite disappointing. But I wanted to give it a fair shot, so I've given it quite a few months now. It's been a little while, maybe 4 or 5 months, so I've had a good look, plenty of time for new things to come up and to get an idea of how it's going to progress. And for me personally, it's just not going to work. I mean, I only watch the battle reports. That's pretty much it. I might dive into the painting videos maybe, but I don't even paint in that style, so it's not really worth it. So I think for me, this isn't going to be something I want to continue with, so I cancelled it. But you might like it, and I think if you use the 2 apps, you get that £10 voucher and you get that free model, then and you pay for it for 12 months instead of monthly. You're only paying £50 then, saving 10 straight away with a voucher. You get a model, and then you're saving on what you'd pay monthly for the app. So really, it can include some pretty good value, but personally, I'm not going to use most of those things. So for me, it's just not going to work. So I thought what I would do is cancel the subscription and then use that money and put it into some independent creators and support them. I think they deserve it. And, looking at who I watch the most and what I'm looking for, battle reports are my main thing. And I always find I go to Guerrilla Miniature Games for that. Every day there's a new video up, and I think that's a huge commitment. Doing daily videos, I can certainly appreciate the effort that goes on into it. And so, I thought it'd be cool to use that money or some of it to support Guerrilla Miniature Games, and then maybe look to some other creators later on and give them some support too. I'm not watching YouTube as much as I used to, I must admit. Now I'm making videos more and more. I spend most of my time making them rather than watching them, but I do always go to Guerrilla Miniature Games, and whenever I'm uploading a video, I pop that on as well, so they get some ad revenue. I'll put links in the description below to all of these channels that I watch, and then you might want to check those out too, because if you like the kind of way I paint my models and the way I go through the process, you're probably going to like a lot of these as well. But there we go, that's why I cancelled my Warhammer Plus subscription, and again, it might be something you're interested in. All the different things they put might appeal to you and you might get some benefit from it. But personally, I don't, and I'd rather put that money towards something else. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it gave you a little bit of an explanation and an idea of what is included and whether or not you think this is worth it for something you'd like to subscribe to. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page, and thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out, and you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description, and it'd be great to see you there.